Oh. Morning! Good morning! Rise and shine! I got the coffee made! Yeah, girl! You gonna sleep all day? Time to get up! There's nothing like a good cup of coffee in the morning! Come on! Sleepyhead, we got stuff to do. Get up! Come on, get up! Come on! Yeah! Yeah! Morning! How did you sleep? Huh? Did you have a good night's sleep? Oh, yes you did. Yes you did. Are you ready to go for a hike? Huh? Are you ready to enjoy the day? Come on, let's go! Wait for me! I haven't finished my coffee yet! Ah yes, just like I said, every dog has his day. Brain Master from the Eyeball clan, which is very ironic because I did a video of this very tank that he's driving, the T-78, entitled I Call Bull. And he's driving the same tank, and he's from the clan Eyeball. It's funny, you know, it's how everything relates. And I have been accused of being too harsh on this. I described it as a turd. But as you gathered from the introduction, wasn't she cute? Ooh, little Kirby. Every dog has his day. A broken clock tells the correct time twice a day. Right? Think about that. If you've never heard that one before. Oh, how does that work? What do you mean? How many tides are there? I thought... It's nothing to do with tides. But this tank, I thought, was underwhelming, had a horrible aim time, all the soft stats were horrible. It doesn't... But he's going to show us, old Brain Master, he's going to show us that every now and then, if the circumstances, let's face it, I can't color. You can't put lipstick on a pig. Well, you can, but it's still not a pretty sight. That's another. Think about that. How many tides are there in it? It's nothing to do with tides. If the circumstances and the stars align, so to speak, or the sun shines down upon your ass, or if all the enemies are utterly clueless in this Muppets, brain-dead simpletons, then yeah. Or not necessarily just brain-dead simpletons, but on their way, they've just started playing. They're low tier and they're in a tank with a 50% crew with no skills, and they don't know that is an issue. You know, so yeah, I stand behind my brain-dead simpleton, utterly useless simpletons. That every now and then that situation occurs, especially at the lower tiers, and you can get away sometimes with an underwhelming tier 6 tank a little easier than you can, say, with an underwhelming tier 10 tank. Although you know, it does happen. So let's just watch. He's in a bush right here, and he's going to start shooting these guys, okay? And he's going to get detected. See, his sixth sense has gone off. And nobody is going to shoot him. Nobody. He's up here, and those guys that he just shot, he shot me. Where'd he go? He was spotted, and he spotted again. But no one wants to turn their gun. There's enemies everywhere, but they will not shoot him. Because this is one of those cases where the situation has arisen that he is bathing in a sea infested by Muppetry. To the extent, someone's aiming at me, I think. They shot me. Where did that come from, is what this AMX 12T is thinking right now. I'm postulating. Could that be? What happened? Someone shot me and then it went, Eh. Okay, and then he moves into this. He's been spotted by that AMX. He there's a lot of enemies around that could shoot here. Like, who is that guy? He's spotted again. Just stay in the bush. I'll be fine. What is that guy over there? There's a KV-85. He has a big gun. There he is. He's here. Then his T-78. There's the KV-85. He's been spotted. Let's see what he's doing. Zoom in on him. Oh, he's going in the wrong direction. But he's in a KV-85, so he's hard to penetrate. Oh, he's spotted again. The KV-85 is going. There's a red symbol on that little tiny map. It's only the size of a stamp. He hasn't enlarged it. And he's driving away. He's driving away. And this is the, am I making sense? Are you following? He's been spotted and detected the whole game. And the funny thing is, I'm not trying to diss Brainmaster here, like from the Bull clan. I like that name. Shout out to you, buddy. You're just treating us to a textbook how-to with a tank destroyer stealth. This is how you have to do it, obviously. But what's funny, what strikes me there, I didn't know there was someone here. It was only spotted 18 times. So I think, what's funny to me is that it's 9-8. Look, the score. He's been spotted 19 times so far this game in the open, in a tank with no armor. Nobody shot him. I was shot before, but I'm sure I'll be okay now. And he's spotted again. They all know where he is. Somehow, it was still like a tie game. How does that even make sense? Does that make any sense to you? He was the furthest up on the team. He was detected the whole time. No one shot him, but somehow 12 other players died and it was a tie game. And now here comes another one. I know there was a little red dot on the map over here, but it's not there anymore. Maybe I should I drive in the open? What's this guy doing? He's got a shot. He's pointed backwards. I guess I will drive in the open. There's the IS. To me it baffles me. I have no idea what is the what is that T-25-2 doing? I will move forwards and then backwards, and then forwards, and then backwards again. And here I go. Look at me. I'm driving. Oh, he stopped shooting me. I should be okay now. What? Oh, he's detected again. Don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about being detected in this game in your tank with no armor. And somehow it's a close game still. The last remaining enemy. The best. the top. The last remaining player on the enemy team is the T-20. The guy that was going forwards and backwards. And not shooting at old Brainmaster here, and who was sitting in the bush in the open. He was only detected 23 times, so maybe he didn't catch on to what was going on. But let's see where that is. The T-25/2 going back to reset? No, of course not. No, he's driving in the opposite direction in a hurry. There he goes. They're in my base. It's a close game. I could be a hero. I could be a superstar, but I'll drive quickly in the opposite direction instead. Do you guys have any idea what's going on? What are you doing? Well, let's just hope they have just about the same gun. Let's just see what happens here. Penetration, and well, one of our tracks is damaged. Good for you. Good for you. Where'd they go? Hopefully they left, and they left the game. They hit escape, and They're playing something else, like checkers or Hungry Hungry Hippo or something like that. Because one day, all of those quote unquote players that we just witnessed, they may be on your team. And shout out to you, Brain Master. You played it exactly like you should have. Exactly like you should have in your situation. And you capitalized on the sea of Muppets that surrounded you, that you were thrown in amongst. And I guess I should have used your game there. I should have used yours when this thing was on sale to help promote it. It was like one of those Unicom. You should buy this tank because it may be suitable to your playstyle games. Well done, my friend. And so on and so forth. I'm going out for a bike ride now, and I've had enough for today. Have you? Have you had enough? Have you really had enough? I ask you, have you had enough?